Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Christina Nelson Show, where I talk with real people who motivate, inspire, and heal. And tonight's guest, it's going to be a fun time tonight, and we're going to talk to my two-time American Ninja Warrior contestant, Darion Bennett. Not to mention, he also just happens to be my son-in-law. And just in case you don't know what American Ninja Warrior is an American and sports entertainment reality show based on the Japanese television reality show Sasuke. I hope I said that right. It features thousands of competitors attempting to complete series of obstacle courses of increasing difficulty in various cities of the United States, in hopes of advancing to the national finals on the Las Vegas Strip and becoming the seasoned America Ninja Warrior. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring up Mr. Darion Bennett and my grandson, Azari. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? How's everything?
Everything is going well. I am happy to introduce you to everyone here, and thank you for being a guest on my show.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to actually be on the show.
You too, Zari? I see you got your Wakanda Forever outfit on.
Oh yeah, yep. He had it on all day. I'm like, it's a hoodie. It's a hoodie. It's a hoodie storm outside. You don't need it on. I'm like,
oh, Wakanda Forever, Zari. It's all good. So let's start off. Darion, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
All right. My name is Darion Bennett. I'm from East Windsor, New Jersey. I'm a two-time American Ninja Warrior competitor. I'm also a coach. I'm a father, obviously, and I'm a husband as well. Man, yeah. What I coach what I do. So I'm an athlete and a coach. The whole nine. I guess that's like about it.
That's about it. That's good. So one day, like, you woke up and said, "Hey, I think I want to be an American Ninja Warrior." Like, how does someone get that desire? What made you want to compete in these competitions here?
All right. So, to be completely honest, it started off as a joke. All right, it started off as a complete joke. I seen Captain NBC running, and he had green hair, and he had a superhero cape and everything. I was like, yo, whatever job he does, I want to be able to do that. Like, I wanted to be able to be myself, And at the time, I was like looking at Jimi Hendrix for like as inspiration. Jimi Hendrix just like wore anything, right? So I was like, yo, Captain NBC, hair is green. He's wearing anything. This is really cool. If this could be a job, I would love for this to be my job, right? Push comes to shove, like probably 2 years later, I'm on the show. I'm like, oh, all right. I didn't expect it to actually be something, but it became a lot more than something. It became like, first off, nobody even would ever thought like, oh, what are you going to be when you grow up? A Ninja Warrior instructor? No, I never even thought about like, but that never came to my mind. Never came to my mind.
Of course, right? Like, yeah, like no one And not say there's nothing to aspire to, but no one gets up and says, hey, I think that's what I would like to do. You know?
No, it really started off as a joke, and I just sort of looked at it, and when I don't, I think it was when I got started with Spartan races.
Okay.
That's what sort of started me off. And
right.
Yeah, it was like I did one Spartan race, and then I kept on doing. I did another one, and then I met somebody from season 8, Jedi, and then he invited me to the Goliathon. After he invited me to the Goliathon, I think it just took off. It just took off since there, and then I just more ninjas like as I got into the sport.
Yeah, I remember the Spartan races. I remember you guys doing that. I remember, I think shortly after, I don't know if Faith was pregnant or shortly after she had Azari. I remember her saying something about them and she went to one or something. I just was like, okay.
Yeah, I think it was like shortly after Zari was born.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, I was like little.
He was really little? Okay.
Or I was just.
So were you always a pretty athletic guy, or was this the thing that kind of pushed you forward into being more athletic and doing more athletic things? Like, did you do sports in high school? Were you like pretty, physical?
Yeah, I would say yes and no. I did sports in high school, and I was only on the track team. I was too much class clown, so I kept on getting in trouble to really, be on the team for long, or even like there was one year I was suspended. Like I was suspended twice, but it was honestly I was just too much of a distraction in the class clown, and yeah, I never was really able to be on the sports team in high school. But outside, I was always running, I was always racing, I was always competitive. Right, I played basketball. Like I would say I'm a. I was always I was always athletic.
Okay.
I was always running around.
Okay. So tell me, what does it take to become a ninja? Your training. And but before you answer that question, we do have a couple of questions here from Facebook listeners and watchers, and we will definitely get to you. I promise you, once we get a little bit more of Darion's interview in, I will definitely get to the questions, Mitchell. I promise you. So tell me, what does it take to be an American Ninja Warrior? What kind of training do you have to go through?
I go through training where people are like, "Oh man, how much do you hate yourself?" I'm like, I don't really hate myself. It's just that I'm just eager to get stronger. I just want to get stronger. You know? And there's a lot that I do. Like it's because it's a lot mentally, right, and physically. Definitely physically, because it's a toll on your body, your cardio, everything. You're using your whole body. It's like an actual sport. It's a real sport.
Yeah, definitely.
And, I do a lot of body weight workouts. I haven't really been to the gym in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I started, but then I stopped. And then but I stick to a lot of body weight workout stuff and a lot of obstacle, a lot of like I ride my bike a lot, so that's another thing that also helps keeps me like in shape and ready to go.
Okay. So if you don't mind, right now I'm going to actually give an example. I have pulled up a video on his Instagram, and that will show you some of the things that he has to do. It's can be very intense right here. So let me get the full screen if I can. If not, then that is okay. All right.
There he is. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, Darion. There he is. There he is. There he is. Uh-oh. Oh, he's doing the knobs now, guys. Knobs. There he is. 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 Guys, a little bit louder. Darion needs this. Yeah. There he is. 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 There he is.
There you go. Wow. That was pretty cool. Like, that is some strength right there. Like, I don't know how. I can't imagine. I remember like being in elementary school and you have those monkey bars, and it was the bars that you swing from one to the other. Yep. I remember that was like my biggest accomplishment. I was like, woo, look at me. Swinging from one bar to the next. Upside down on the monkey bars or a tree or something like that. I thought that was pretty cool, but being able to go up and then down and then up and down like that is pretty intense. So it's definitely probably, would you say, a lot of upper body strength?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely a lot of upper body strength. A lot of pull-ups.
You have people out here actually saying the upper body strength and like with the strong arm right here. Yeah. Someone else said, great. Mitchell, Peace, Joy, Jen says, great job.
Thank you, Mitchell.
And Vanessa says, that's too amazing. So yeah, absolutely. Let me see here. So what I asked you what training is like. So how often are you training?
All right. So now that's a very good question because I train. I'm always working on technique with my students, right? So
okay.
with classes that go on every day. Well, the days that I'm working, I would include the technique, even me holding and like doing stuff continuously every class. I consider that as part of my training for my own technique.
Okay.
So yes, I do get stronger from that because by time the night is done, I am sore. I am beat up, and then I'm ready to go again for the next day.
So you actually, so that your training, actually your job is your training camp, really, basically.
Yes, my job is my training camp, and then luckily there's a few coaches that's like inspired, that like love competition as well, right? One of them is Coach Sean. Him and I will honestly try to we'll try to push each other on the course. Like every time there's a course run, it's course run week or whenever we're doing a course run for the night, we'll try to push each other on the course run to go faster or to take more risks. Because like I said, it's definitely a lot of physical strength, but it's definitely also a lot of mental.
Definitely a lot of mental. That's excellent, because actually we have a question here from Mitchell. He says, can he discuss the mindset that is necessary to do this sport? Followed by my husband, who says, what's your mindset on game day? Right. So two-part question. What is the mindset necessary, and what is your mindset on that day? How do you psych yourself up?
Okay, so pretty much what happened. So the mindset is that you should always put yourself in. You should always have a positive mindset. Right? Imagine yourself clearing or getting to the obstacle that you want to get to, or you can get to. Knowing how hard you train yourself. You know, I always try to push myself to the limit. But it's like everybody has their own strengths, everybody has their own weaknesses, and a lot of it is always mental, especially jumping from and trying to re-grab onto something. Because I see it all the time. A lot of people have the power, a lot of people have the strength and everything, but it's the mentality that gets to them from getting from point A to point B. And that's what I feel like just staying positive is a major key, definitely a major key, and always sticking to your technique. Always the same techniques, it's just different.
What about on game day? On that, like, so you're behind there, like you wake up in the morning, and what is your mental state that day that you're going to compete? What is that like to be sitting there all day and just, like, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so believe it or not, I honestly don't get nervous on game day. Uh,
Okay.
I'm I'm actually like I'm usually always there to just try giving my best. So I'll wake up in the morning, do my regular thing, eat some bagels and cream cheese or boiled egg, and um, and then I'll also what I'll listen to music. Majority of the day I'm listening to music, but um,
Mm-hmm.
when it's right before my run, I'm pretty much dancing. I warm up for like a good hour before my run, and then when it's like a few minutes before my run, I'm just dancing, shaking my head, moving around, just I just want to stay as loose as possible and like excited as anything. So that's my main on game day. Is just like, all right, I'm ready. I've been ready for this. I knew about this. So time to
Uh-huh.
give it my best, give it my all. One shot, you know.
Right. Oh wow. That's good. I like that. We know you dance because when he comes out, that's his thing. He's dancing and hype and everything. And it's funny. It's really good. Actually, it's really inspirational to see that. And we know that you have a show coming up soon, but we'll talk about that in 1 minute. But there is another question out here from the same Mitchell. He says, what advice would he give to young people interested in this sport? Now, we know you're a coach. So are these kids, do they look to you and say, I want to do that too? Or coach like Darion, because I heard them in the background, Darion. So they're obviously hype for you. So what do you tell these young people?
What I tell them whenever I hear them say can't, I try my best to let them know not to say can't, because if they say can't, owe they owe some form of a workout, all right, and they must do it. But not only that, it's just like you, I know like there's a all right, so youngest age people could start competing nationally is 6 years old. And I remember there was this one girl. She was 6 years old, and she did what very well for her age, but she was crying. And what happened was I went up to her and I was like, are you gonna give up? And then she's like, no. I was like, good, because if you give up, then that means you quit. Are you gonna quit? And she's like, no, no. And I was like, good. I like your answers. So make sure you put a smile on and just conquer it next time. All right, just
Mhm.
harder next time, and that's it. Just keep training, and remember, it's you, and it's always you against the course. It's never you against anybody else. It's just always you against the obstacle, you against the course. Because like I said earlier, everybody has a different strength. Everybody has a different week, you know. But it's your own way to get from point A to point B
Yeah.
that people make it creative, which is amazing. You see the mindset that other people have. It's just like, oh wow, I didn't think of that. Like, it's really awesome.
Wow. That's good. Would you consider yourself a mentor or someone to look up to that the kids can look up to? I personally obviously think so because hearing those kids, they are crazy about you. And sometimes you would post videos of them with their messages that they write in chalk on the sidewalk or on the concrete or anything like that.
Yes. Yes, I would consider myself a mentor, and somebody else, like somebody like I don't want to sound like too up there, but I feel like I would feel like I would be definitely a mentor or somebody that kids would probably think that it's cool, you know?
Yeah.
You probably think I'm cool? All right, word. I
That's
mean,
already cool. That's all you need.
as long as you think I'm cool. I mean, once he's like 13, probably not. I'm like, you know, but who
So
knows?
soak it up right now.
Yeah, I'm cool right now. All right, but I feel like even if I was younger and I had to look at myself right now, I would think that I would be pretty cool. So that if these kids, as long as these kids want to, like the best things I hear is when kids try to beat me. They're trying to beat my record, or they're trying to beat my time, or they're trying to beat my score. Because then not only does it give me something to look forward to, but it also, it excites me because it's just like, wow, you're like 8 years old, you're like 14 years old, like I'm 30, I got to keep going. I can't stop. Like, so it's like, and ninja is a sport for all ages. So I'm gonna try staying in the sport as long as I can.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Who's the oldest? Do you know who the oldest person to compete is or how old they are? Dad is the oldest person to compete.
To be honest, I think so, but it might be on one of the episodes that's gonna air this season. So
Okay.
I'm not I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong age or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I've seen quite a few people like do some stuff, and like I'm like, all right, I aspire to be like one of those coaches, athletes that's still doing it, still coaching, and
Yeah.
still up there in age. So
Yeah.
that
I would think and I ask that because when you're doing sports, when you're in any sport, basketball, football, baseball, there's always this age cutoff where they consider you old. And I'm like, at my age, I'm 48. They would look at me and be like, "Girl, you can't be ninja war like or football or basketball or anything. That's old." Who's the guy Brady that keeps coming back? And they're like, "Okay." Right, dude, like you're getting up there, but he's still going. So I want to know if you think that will be you in a couple years when you think that you're going to retire and you're going to be like, I still got it. I'm one more.
I'm gonna still keep going. I'm gonna still keep going. Like what's crazy though is that I'm competing with people that's half my age now. There's kids that's young as 15 or 16 running on the show now, and I'm like, oh, jeez, man, y'all like now, that's the crazy thing. We
Yeah.
compete.
Yeah.
I'm competing with 44. Yes, with people who are 44 as well, but also people who are 15, and then they're like good. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I got not saying that I'm not anywhere close, but I'm just saying they are.
They're good. They're good. Wow.
They're fresh in the world. They have no fear at all. It's like it's the craziest thing. But
Right.
I'm gonna start training with them. That's the thing. I'm like, be the no that I used to have.
Right. Who are the people that you most admire? Like, who are the people that you look up to? Like when you see them, like you're like you want to watch that individual.
All right, definitely Jessie Graff. Anytime she's up, I'm always like, all right, I gotta watch her. Like I like the amazing thing about her, she looks fear dead in the face and continues doing what she does, which is amazing. I'm like, oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
And then who else? Definitely Najee Richardson, Flip Rodriguez. Najee Richardson, Flip Rodriguez. Oh my goodness, there's someone else. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank.
You'll think of it after we get off the show tonight. You'll think about it after that part.
And Jordan Carr.
Okay. Have you ever met any of these people?
Yes, I have.
Cool. I think you took a picture. Was it the lady that you talked about?
I mean,
No.
there's so many pictures I've taken with so many.
Yeah.
It's like awesome. It's like all right, the ninja community is so awesome because everyone is there to help. Like no matter what. Like if you fail an obstacle, if they fail an obstacle, they'll be like somebody will come up to you and be like, all right, this is what I would help you out, or this is the tip I would give you about this obstacle, or this is something I know you could do, just take it this way or whatever. It's awesome. Like it's awesome.
Ah.
Oh wow. Okay. So you saw the comment here. It says Jesse is a beast. So
Yes.
she knows who you speak of there. We have Sheila says, Darion, you have a lot of energy and stay strong. Keep going.
I
will do. I will do.
You have a lot of energy too, Azara. Yes, you absolutely have a lot of energy. I can attest to that.
That I used to have.
Yay.
Now, okay, here's a question. If Azari comes to you, you said 6 years old. Like, so if Azari comes to you in a couple of years and says, Dad, I want to compete on the American Ninja Warrior, would you want him to?
All right. So on Ninja Warrior Junior, they have to be 9, but for there's national competitions. If he wanted to compete, I wouldn't necessarily say 6 is like the best age, right? Because I'm like, a lot of these kids crying. I'm like, I don't want him to be under some type of stress like that at such an early age, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like 7, maybe 8, 8 is like a definite for me. I'll be like, all right, you're ready for this. Let's go. You've been training since you were, whatever age you were. Or 9? No, I was thinking 8. Like I was thinking 7, because you're already pretty strong. Like 7, 8 years, right? But then again, it also depends about the mentality of the kid as well. Like where I'm like, I feel like Zari could be in my 8-year-old class.
Okay.
The only thing that's stopping him is he's just 5, and he's lacking height and so much more that all these other kids are lacking.
Wow. That's
but he has the strength. He definitely has the strength to like be up there with them.
And he has a dad who happens to be an American Ninja Warrior, so he has a pretty good heads up right there. Here, Miss Vanessa says, my TV will be on and loud for this Ninja Warrior event. Now,
well,
go ahead. Yeah. So turn to the side here. So when you are competing this round next week, I think the show airs what, June 6th?
Yes, June 6th.
Okay. So what time? I think 8, right? Oh.
7 or 8. Oh man, I got it.
I put 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's June 6th on NBC, right? At 8 p.m. Okay, at 8 p.m. So that is the next airing that Darion will be on. So please try to get on there and watch it. But everyone, like, they go for a cause and they have a certain cause that they are warring or ninjaing for. So this trip, what was your cause? What were you going for this trip?
This trip, I was going for
a beach.
No, what? No, I was going for MS.
MS. You hear that, y'all?
So
that is what you see. That is the shirt. Is that the shirt you wore?
Yes, this is the shirt that I wore.
That's the shirt he wore.
Yes.
The MS. Yep, he's going for MS, and it was called. What was it called? MS. I'm sorry, Ninjas.
Ninja for MS Conquerors. I think it's on the back. So hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around. Hold on.
Okay. Ninjas for MS Conquerors. Woo! Yay! Yes, that was it right there. And so that's cool. And we're everybody's saying, they're clapping their hands and they're saying thank you and thank you. Everybody, thank you. So everybody appreciates that right there. All of the people that are watching right now. So that is much appreciated. And tell them your inspiration, please.
My inspiration?
Uh-huh.
Honestly, this kid right here.
Yes.
And then not like it's like one, I do it for him, and then when he sees the videos, he gets inspired to do stuff easy, like so quickly, and then it's just like, all right,
Like
boom.
in Minecraft videos.
No,
Not Minecraft videos.
not my. All right, but
That's
no.
funny.
And then it's like when I would leave home, I'm leaving one kid to teach a whole bunch of kids, right? And then it's just like, all right, I can't be weak in front of these kids. Like they can't see their coach be weak. If they see their
Right.
coach or slip up, oh yeah. And then not only that, they're from New York, so they know how to make fun of me. They know how to clown on people, right? But as long as I'm not weak or nothing for them, like, and I'm able to just like push through. They're able to see me do something. Zari's able to see me do something. I'm able to, I want to be able to be that inspiration where people get off the couch, start moving, and start doing something like, oh man, that looks easy. I want to give it a try. And then when they try it, it's just like, oh man, it's not as easy. I gotta learn. And it's one of those things. It's like once the obstacle defeats you, it's just like, wow, I don't feel like giving up. I got to figure out a way how to do it. And
Right.
it's like you just get hungry and you realize, like, all right, it's not just an obstacle. I got to get stronger. Not only just stronger, I got to overcome certain mental game as well.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. It's like, it's all. So the kids, my son, inspiration. It's like total inspiration.
That's great. Mitchell says, how old is your son? He's 5 years old, Mitchell. 5 years old. 5 years old and full of energy.
Next year I'm about to turn 6.
Next year, you will be 6. Next year, you will absolutely be 6 next year. So from this competition that's coming up, win or lose, what do you take away from each competition?
What I take away from each competition is that I did the best that I can. As long as I do the best I said, you only have one chance, right? So it's just like my friend Jeremy, he said one time, you wake up every morning with a split decision, right?
Mhm.
And it's like you either want to lay in bed or get out and do something, right? And split decision is also an obstacle, right? And just like, all right, it's either that you make it this far, it's like you train so hard, you could get anywhere that you need to be. Like, sorry, you could train anywhere that you need to be, right? But the fact that if you train hard and you know that you have to perform,
Yeah.
I want to be able to perform at my best. So when I perform at my best and do it, the most I'm thinking about, oh, I'm about to have some fun, right? And I'm about to give it the best I can.
What?
All right. So that's the whole thing.
Like me.
Like you.
Like
Yes, that's what's up. I like that you are no matter what happens, you are still positive, you are still remaining, who you are, and you inspire a lot of people, and people love that. Let me tell you, on my job, when people overhear me talking about it, they're like, when is it? I'm gonna watch it. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, that's your son-in-law. Like, people are really excited about watching this, and the fact that you're on it is just like the plus, right here. This is Ray. This is Eric's brother. He said, good stuff, nephew ninja. I'm in training now to be the next champion. Okay, Ray.
All right, I'll be ready.
me too.
Okay, Ray.
I'll be ready too. He's doing 6 pull-ups on his own, so.
Ooh, Ray. If you can't beat Azari doing pull-ups, then I don't know. Oh wow, it's a lot. It has to be a lot of fun. The most thing that you have fun doing what you do.
Oh yes.
Whether you're coaching, whether you're competing, and you compete. A lot of people don't know you compete in the middle of everything, right? It's not just
Yeah.
not just this one competition. You have lots of stuff you do.
Yes, there are seasons. There are seasons. Like so, the season just ended, and it was cool because in the adult division, there's like a bunch of different divisions: kids, mature kids, preteens, teens, young adults, adults, elites, and masters. And I in the adult division this year, which I finished first place overall course runner.
Nice.
Right?
Wow,
Which
cool.
was pretty cool. Um, I if I just hit that one buzzer, I would have been world champion. But it's cool because
And
I
get a
still
medal.
came out. I still came out like first place in something, right? As
Hmm.
all course runner. And then but the season starts pretty much in September, and then it ends in like
39.
April, I think it was.
April.
Yeah, I think it was April that the season.
Okay.
So between shows, you're also competing, and when the season starts, you're coaching, competing, going to different cities and different states just to either rack up points or just qualify for regionals.
Hmm.
Usually, I just try to qualify for regionals. Once I qualify for regionals, then all right, then it's world championships, and that's where you got to really train.
Wow. And you're going all over the place, right? This is like, it's not just like these local,
No,
like
no, it's
your
not.
5 minutes. You're going everywhere.
Yes, it's like it's funny because I think one of my friends decided to say is like I went on tour. I was like gone for like a whole month, and yeah, that's what they said. It was like we were on tour, and I was like, that's pretty much what it's like. I guess this is what ninja touring is like. So there's musicians that tour, there are athletes that tour. So I guess
Okay.
this is a new generation athlete tour.
Yeah. Right. Right here. Eric asks, so how and why did you choose MS for your competition?
All right, so I chose MS for the competition. Reason being is, all right, so I remember hearing about it like my friend's father had it when I was younger, right?
Okay.
And I didn't understand what it was,
Okay.
and then I felt like the older I got, the more I'm hearing about a bunch of different people with it, and I'm like, oh, this is more common than I thought it was.
Right.
And then when I first met you, that's when I'm like, whoa, you're the first person that I know that actually has it. This is
Mhm.
crazy now. And then it's like but I didn't know, but yeah, because remember how I was like I didn't want to ask you like
Yeah.
why you came, right? It was just like I just let it be as is, and I was like, wait, sorry, excuse me, all right, all right. So no, it was just like I just left it pretty much as is, and then it was just like the more I learned about it, it was just like it was like the more that I learned about it, and the more that I would see people, with like people. I want to say people with disabilities that are doing things.
Yeah.
It, like that's where I felt like I would be able. I was like, oh, yo, that's it. I got to. I can't. I can't slack. I got 5 working body parts. I got to do my best for something, you know.
Hmm.
So it was just like when I would see people like that, I was just like, all right, I got to do my best because like they're doing their best, and look at how they're succeeding, like, but overly succeeding. Like there's a guy named like Big Z, and he doesn't have any legs, and it's like he's
Yeah.
insane, but it's like a whole bunch of people, dancers without like different body parts, and singers, and like so many people that have been through like so many different tragic events. It's just like, yo, people are out there really giving their all, and why can't I give my all? I gotta give it. I gotta give it. Like hence you. You don't sleep. You keep moving. You wake up early, and you just was all. You was always on the road. You was always on the road. You was out driving, right? Different places. You was out to work. you first you would get your coffee, right? Probably go to, right, go to work, right? Come, you go home from work. But I remember I would see you at rehearsal, go home late from rehearsal. I'm like, yo,
Or to the park.
you like or to the park, right? And I'm like, yo, you really be moving, yo. I gotta like. The thing is, I had to try to catch up with you, but I felt like, yo, I feel like my body would be tired. I'm like, yo, like, hence you stayed away. Well, the whole time Zari was, the whole time Faith was in labor.
Yes.
Okay.
You were knocked out on the couch. I was up for 24 hours, like, have the baby. Did she have the baby? Did she have the baby? Yeah.
Yes. I got you a coffee. I remember I was just knocked out. I just passed out, and then, boom. Next day, I woke up. Zari was over here getting ready.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that so much, and I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, just like people have told me that, like, wow, I see you moving. It's like I have no excuses, right? And I appreciate that so much. One more comment here. Ray says, seriously, congratulations. I know it takes discipline and commitment. Proud man. The best is yet to come.
Oh, thank you, Ray.
Yep. And Sheila says, congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Sheila.
Zari, you're doing a great job, Zari. You are doing an excellent job. We are so proud of you. Woohoo, Zari.
Can't wait till we see you on the course.
Yeah, right. I want to see you doing those flips and all that kind of stuff. You've taken him to work with you, right, before?
I would take him to work with me from time to time. The thing is, I work too late to really have him stay there just for class, and then that would be it. Because it's just like I'm there until 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and he needs attention. Stop ripping that. No, jeez. I'm like, I keep grabbing more stuff, and I'm like, yo, why? It off his chair. But no, like it's just like man, I forgot. I lost my train of thought because of the stuff.
Yeah, I thought I lost my train of thought too. I'm like, I don't know where we were just now, but it's okay. Oh yeah, taking him to work. Yeah, taking him.
Yeah, so I like that's the thing. I would, but I get out too late for him to really be there.
Right.
At a decent time.
But I bet he loved it.
Oh, what?
You loved it, Zari?
No.
He is over here. He don't stop asking me about, Daddy, when am I gonna go? Daddy, when am I gonna come to your gym? Going to your gym, Daddy. I want to go to your new gym, Daddy. Like I'm like, yeah. I gotta I gotta find the day that I'm not working there late.
Yeah. Okay.
I just going to the gym tomorrow.
Say, look, Zari. Someone said, "Great job, Zari."
Yeah.
They're talking to you. Great job, Zari.
Great
you
job.
see it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
He says, "Thank you, thank you, Ray." Oh wow. Well, Darion, thank you so much for being a guest on my show, and I can't wait to watch. Now, guys, when you watch next week, you're going to see me. You're going to see Pastor Eric. You're going to see Zari, Faith, and my mother, my sister, and my brother-in-law, and my other daughter, all Kiara, all in the background on the virtual audience. And you'll see us screaming and yelling and cheering him on when he comes out. So watch for us too. I don't know how much of us you'll see, but you're going to see us on there as well. It was so much fun. Just the anticipation of waiting to have your name called and screaming and yelling in our living room. I know my neighbors are probably like, what is going on in her face right now? But it was so much fun. We had a lot of good fun. And so June 6th, 2022 on NBC at 8 p.m. is the show. I encourage you guys to watch. I will send out reminders or whatever you want, and we will it will be great. Kiara, I have to put this up. So humble and such a light. Love you, brother.
I love you, sis. I love you, sister.
I love you, dog.
But I want to say thank you for having me on the show. And also
Zari.
explain
And me.
And Zari,
thank you for
because
having
Zari was on the show too.
Yes. So that people could even like see where the inspiration comes from, and you know where I guess my inspiration not only comes from the kids, but also comes from people like that are able to like move as much as I am able to grow. So it's just like I can't stay. That's the thing. I can't stay weak. I can't be
Right.
weak, you know?
Right.
You know, I feel like inspiration definitely grows on you during the years as well.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you once again. I appreciate you. Hey, everybody, don't forget to join next week on June 6th to watch the American Ninja competition, warrior competition. He will be on it, my special guest. And we are looking forward to seeing how you do. We're not saying nothing right now. We were sworn to secrecy. So we have to wait. So we are going to wait until next week and say congratulations and everything. So awesome job. Thank you so much. Everybody, can't wait to see you next week. Tomorrow is Wednesday, Pastor Eric's Blog Talk at 12 o'clock. And Friday, we will having Friday Night Live, where we will be discussing is Loneliness Friday, loneliness on Friday. And so, hey, once again, God bless you all. Enjoy yourselves and have an amazing night. God bless.
All right.
Have a good night. Have a good